Good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are currently watching. My name is Holly Cisa. I am the founder of this lovely program, Morning Mimosas. This is where we value human life, criminal justice, healing, and educating for the Black and minority communities. Guys, today is a very, very special episode. Today, we are going to be doing our Empowerment Summit. But first, let me go ahead and do this. I'm going to do this really quick. Um, let's go ahead and start with our housekeeping tools, right? Those are the most important things that we like to talk about. You guys know, fun little discounts and everything. So let's start with the one that is very, very important. You guys see this creative hack. It was created by Harley and Ganell's Crafts. So today, if you guys want to order something just like mine, mention Morning Mimosas at Ganell's Crafts and get $10 off your entire order. So please head over to Instagram, look at Ganell's Crafts, and get something custom made and made with love. Guys, I absolutely love this. Like when I opened it, it smelled so good. Like it smelled like love. So I just want to say thank you to Harley and her mother and everyone else that is a part of Ganell's Crafts. Another one that is really, really important to me is Imuna Soaps and Essentials. I know you guys like good skincare, right? So use our code MM23 at immunosoaps.com to get 5% off a minimum purchase of $7. You guys heard me right. I said a minimum purchase of $7. You guys like good skincare? Head over to immunosoaps.com. And remember, use your code MM23 to get 5% off. And make sure it is a minimum purchase of $7. Guys, today is, like I said, an amazing one for us. It is our Women Empowerment Summit. Let me show you guys that again. Look at that. It's all of us women coming together. Because why? It is Women's History Month. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. So I have a collection of beautiful queens coming on here today. But let's give them a proper welcome, though, because you guys know how I do. Let's welcome them properly. Ladies.
Hi.
Hello, queens. Thank you guys so much for being on Morning Mimosa's first annual Women's Empowerment Summit. Guys, when I say I chose some queens today, I chose some queens today. Thank you, ladies, for coming in. How are we doing today? Let's start there. How are we doing? People don't ask us that much. But how are we doing?
Amazing.
I'm doing great.
Beautiful. Feeling beautiful.
I am doing pretty good this morning.
Awesome. So let's go around the room, well, virtually, obviously, and let's all talk about what we all do individually. And then we're going to get started because that's empowering in itself, letting people know what we all do individually. So who wants to go first? Let's not all raise our hands at once. Because I can definitely pick somebody.
Tisha wearing my hat because that's one of the things that I do. Hi, everybody. I'm Harley. As my tagline says, I am a professional imaginary friend. What does that mean? Is you might not see me in person, but you will always feel me in your heart. I am a professional listener, and beyond professional listener, I have my own crafting company with my mother. We started the company. Thank you, Holly, so much for your support. We started the company in memory of my big sister. That's where the name comes from, Ganell's Crafts. We lost my sister in 2021, and one day I woke up in the beginning of 2022 and said, "Hey, mommy, can you show me how to crochet?" And I simply just wanted to pull her out of her grief. Being the person that I am and studying human behavior the way I do, I know that people love to talk to you about their passion. So literally, I walked into my mother's house just thinking that I was going to help her feel better about losing her daughter. I ended up falling in love with crafting and crocheting instantly, and now it's something that she and I do to bond. And I'm like, well, girl, I can't have all this yarn around my house. Let's start selling this because I don't like clutter, and so we can't do this. And it's now our family's legacy, and I'm super proud of myself and my family for it. I'm really happy about that. That's all
Yay.
I am, just the auntie out here trying to live her life.
I love it. Thank you so much for sharing that. Does anyone else want to go? And you got shopper stuff, by the way. Just saying. I mean, this hat smells so good. I was like, but anyways, y'all. Anyone
I'll
else
go
want to go?
I'll go next, Holly. So I am Amber Joy, CEO and founder of Quiver. We are an app-based community focused on women's pleasure and intimacy education. So simply put, we believe that every woman everywhere deserves informed pleasure. So get on the app wait list if you have not yet done that. I am so incredibly, insanely excited for that. And we're hosting free sister circles twice a month. So if you want to go, because we know that when women talk about their pleasure lives out loud, you see a marked improvement within 2 weeks. So join the Quiver world. Excited to be here.
Thank you so much. You guys get on that wait list. She's teaching some real things. Okay. You guys need to head over there. Anyone else?
I'll go just because it's 11:11 and I'm into numbers. So, hello, I am Shay Koloff and I am the founder of Zenith Moon Co. I started the company back in 2019, which was mainly like jewelry and different crafts like that. And then it turned into basically an entire full blown like herbal product company. So we now have like herbal products. I do consultations. I'm a certified herbalist, so my job at this point is to pretty much help people to be informed and inspired to take a holistic route to their health, whether that is with meditation, herbs, mushrooms, XYZ. I kind of work with everything. So I'm really into pretty much just helping people with their health freedom and being educated in the options that they have, whether that's with Western medicine or holistic medicine.
Love it, love it, love it. Thank you so much, Shay. We love it. Oh, look at you, Miss Sonia. You have all these people here saying what's up. Hello, everyone. Hello, thanks for joining. All right. Do you want to go next since I kind of called you out with that one?
Well, sure. Greetings, everyone. I am in Houston, Texas. I am the founder and visionary for Divine Voices Media. This year, I celebrate my 20th anniversary as an entrepreneur. Yay! I do small business consulting and multimedia production. I do podcasts and magazine. I wrote a book, and I'm a musician. I'm a trained musician. I went to Prairie View A&M University. I'm a 2-time graduate. Yay, HBCU. And I'm just excited, so excited to be here. I can't wait to jump into this empowerment conversation. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much, and keep that voice going. We absolutely love it. I did not hear from two people.
Okay. I'll go before you call on me. So my name is Simply Bree, and I am a podcaster. I actually had a podcast network with 7 shows, and recently decided to just take my own leap of faith and focus more so on the relationship aspect between men and women. So my goal is to bridge the gap in communication between men and women through healthy conversations, being able to understand people's truth and respect people's vulnerability. So I am definitely an advocate for communication and just understanding why people feel and do the things that they do. I am also an author. I'm an artist, visual artist. I do paintings as well. And I am just a ball of joy. Like I'm a good person, and I love networking and building with other great people like all of you ladies. So I look forward to this discussion and definitely the relationships afterwards.
Yes, I love it. Now, last but not least,
Hi, you guys. I'm Atyra Williams. I'm the CEO of Lascivia Tresses. I offer premium and raw extensions, just trying to bring luxury to the normal civilian. I enjoy doing hair. I've been doing hair for 12 years, and I just feel that it's hard for women to really find products that are catered towards us. So I offer a lot of I would consider textured hair. So yaki, curly, 4C curly. Those are the type of, extensions and items that I offer. Um, I enjoy just making women and men, but mostly women, but I love making people feel beautiful and look beautiful. I think my biggest thing is if I can change your avatar so you can change your character for the day, I've done my job.
Yes, I love that. Well, thank you, ladies, for sharing who you guys are and what you guys do. That is very much appreciated. Hopefully, someone was inspired by listening to what you guys had to say today. So, today's topic is empowering each other, right? The reason I wanted to bring forth this subject is because in our community specifically, women are known to be more of in a battle with each other. Even if they're doing the same thing or if they're not doing the same thing, there's always like that tension. But that's not what we're here to do today. Today, we want to empower each other. So I want to go around the room and I want to ask you guys what empowerment means to you guys and what you guys do to empower another woman. So who wants to start? I'll start. I was going to say I'll start if no one starts.
So it was very interesting. I was just asked this question this past week. To me, empowering is when you are able to identify someone's strengths as well as their weaknesses and still appreciate them for who they are. You're pouring into them. You're recognizing them more as an ally than as an enemy. And so, how I feel you can empower more women or just empower someone is listen to them, respect their opinions, respect their train of thought, and don't fault them for how they feel or how they think, but just understand that we're all different people and we're not in competition with one another. So the more we can understand and learn to communicate with one another, I feel the better advocates we can be across the world in anything that we see.
I love that. I can go next. For me, empowerment means that there is no traffic in my lane, and empowering other people means letting them know that I want you to go as fast as you need to go, baby. Ain't no traffic where you driving at, and ain't no traffic where I'm driving at. And so, for me, empowering other people is reminding them of that statement. And I think I say that more in a day than I say anything else. Like, ain't no traffic over here. I'm gonna go as fast as I need to go. I'm gonna stop if I need to because ain't nobody gonna hit me. And I want you to feel comfortable to do the same thing.
I love it. I love it. Anyone else want to give their definition of empowerment and what they do to empower another?
I'll go next. I believe empowerment is when you help others to be the best they can be. It could be with words, it could be with actions, it could be by example. And now more than ever, we need empowerment because there's so many obstacles, so much adversity externally and internally in our minds. And so if we could do that first for ourselves and then for each other,
yeah,
we're doing good. We're doing good.
I'll go.
Absolutely.
I think the best way to empower someone is to inform and educate. I have noticed in so many circles, and with Black women in particular, we embark upon these big, hefty, heavy endeavors. And it's so hard to get the information that we need in order to be successful in that space. And so for me, for example, before I started Quiver, I was a human resources executive. I got all of the education. I got the business degree, I got the MBA, I got the DEM and organizational management. But what I didn't know was how to take my small business to enterprise level. I didn't know about the VC funding world. I didn't know the difference between an angel investor, a VC investor, and and how to make contact with them. And I had all the degrees that said I should know. And so I think really empowering women is to look back and pull one forward along with us, educate and inform, because that's how we get to a space where we are in our own lane. We can create our own lanes and invite sisters along with us to do the same. So that's what I think is empowering.
Thank you. Anyone else want to go?
I will. Sorry. Okay,
No,
so
you're good.
to me, empowerment is to help someone with inspiring them and giving them that fire that they need to see their own potential. I've been told many times like how inspiring I am to others, and I feel like in that tone alone, it's saying that it's giving them the drive, the passion, the thought, the process to do something for themselves. So I always strive to just be a great example, a great coach, a great leader, a great friend, someone that can be approachable, that you can talk to, in order for those people to feel that they can always come to me for any advice or anything that I can offer them, in whatever that may be, whatever path that may be.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I would say that in my mind, it's kind of a combination of, what Miss Amber said and what Shay said. Is one is knowledge. My mother has always taught me that knowledge is the one thing that no one can ever take from you. And so I feel that by freely sharing, thoughts and ideas and factual information, we can easily bring up a whole community, as well as inspire others to do the same. If you can tell that, I'm getting money or I'm getting to my bag and I'm willing to share, it also makes you feel, you know what, I can do the same. I think sometimes greed sometimes comes into play, and I feel like empowerment, that it has no place. We all are trying to get somewhere, and you never know what rung you may have broken on the way up, and you've broken it coming back down. So I do think, when it comes to empowerment, we really need to start sharing more. We need to have collaborative, efforts together. Absolutely.
I completely agree with that. What is that? Gatekeeping information is what people like to do. Gatekeeping.
Hmm.
We need to stop doing that. When I think of empowering people, I think of not judging someone for where they are and trying to help them get to where they need to be. A lot of people are very, very judgmental, knowing that they have a past as well. We need to dead that for real. We need to come together as a collective, just like all of you guys said. Everything you guys have said has been beautiful and accurate, but we definitely need to mostly like buckle down on the judgment part of things, because, like I said, this society is very judgmental, and we just need to stop judging because we're all human, right? And we
Absolutely.
need to put human back in humanity.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So, continuing on our trails of empowerment, guys. So, this is, if you guys are just joining us, hello, everyone. This is our Women's Empowerment Summit. And you guys see our beautiful panel here. We are talking about empowering not just women, but all people. And the next thing I want to discuss is how to, okay, giving a scenario, right? There is a woman that is in the same field as you, okay? And she feels that she cannot succeed because you are already on top of that field. What would you say to that person that is doing the same thing as you, but you want to empower them to make sure that they continue to do that same thing and not see you as competition? Miss Amber?
Only reason why I'm raising my hand on this is because there's a lot of sex educators, and I'll go even further and say pleasure educators out there.
Mm-hmm.
But this goes back to being responsible in your business. And if you niche your business down enough, there's enough lanes for all of us. We can all go to this table and we can all eat. So for me, for example, the women's sexual wellness market is 57.5 billion in the US alone.
Wow.
By 2030, it's expected to be 120 billion in the US alone. If I get 1% of that, I'm winning. There's 99 other percents left. There's a lane for each one of us. So if I am going to be selfish and be like, I'm going to take all of the total acquirable market to myself, first of all, good luck. It's impossible. Nobody has ever done that in the history of big brands, period. And number two, the audacity of you think that nobody else gets to win here.
Yeah.
I can still win. I can only gain 1% of my market. And if every woman on this panel was still in the same industry as me, she can have 1%, and the next sis can have 1%, and the next sis can have 1%, and then we make the rules.
Yep.
And so I just say it is the most backwards concept in the world. Holly, you could attest to this. If I know something and I see Holly is doing something kind of funny, I'll be like, Holly, from love, I'm telling you, you should consider this versus this. And we're not in the same lane, but I need to see her win, because if she wins in this space, that means one day if I need to open that door for myself, she's already there waiting to say, sis, I got this. Let me show
I'm
you
holding the door open.
Yes, I love that.
Can all eat. 1% of the market is all I'm trying for.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I think in that conversation, the first thing that I would do is I would turn it back on the queen, and I would let her know you got your dream for a reason. Whatever it is that you believe in, whatever it is that you pray to, whatever it is that you answer to, gave you that dream for a reason. And I wasn't in it, mama. And the reason why I wasn't in it is you got a lane. And the only thing that I can do is share my information, and I'm gonna do it. And as far as my actual field, baby, I got but two hands, and it take me a good time to create something. So if 5 people need a hat, I can guarantee you that if I can give you 2 of those hats, mama, I'm gonna give it to you, because I don't want carpal tunnel. I don't want to wake up one day and these arms don't hurt. I am but one woman. And so at the end of the day, the world never stops consuming, especially in the time that we live right now. These phones allow us to consume 24 hours a day, and all people in different time zones. I gotta sleep. You gotta sleep. When I'm sleeping, you working and you earn it. And when you sleeping, I'm working and I'm earning, and we ain't stepping on each other. Ooh, look at me bumping into stuff.
I definitely feel like when it comes to different niches, I always consider it like a tree. At the end of the day, it's one tree, but there's so many branches. And you never hear a branch saying, you can't become a branch because I'm a branch. Like, it doesn't make sense. There's so many different avenues that you can go into, and everyone is different, and everyone deserves someone that is different. I'm in an industry where there is a lot of competition per se, and a lot of women who see each other as competition, yet it doesn't make sense to me, simply because not everyone likes the way you do hair. Not everyone likes the way I do hair. The way that I cater to my clients may not be the way you cater to your clients. And everyone has to have somebody. And if there's over 8 billion people just in the US alone, why are we competing? I'm not about to take on 8 billion people. To me, that's greed. Like, I refuse to allow greed to set into my heart. That's crazy. So I really feel like we have to let competition go. Now, I do feel that at the end of the day, it is a race. I do feel that it is a race, but take your time. I shouldn't say race. It's more of a marathon, and everybody's running the marathon, but you have to run the marathon at your own pace. So I feel like maybe that's where the competition comes in, but in all actuality, we're all doing our own thing. And there's plenty of money out here. There's plenty.
Absolutely.
That's true. I would say with my business is Divine Voices Media, and so I encourage my clients to release their divine voice. Everyone has a divine voice. Everyone has a gift that they're supposed to give to the world. So there's room for everyone because everyone's voice should be heard. Now, whether you use your voice, that is your choice. But everyone has a voice. And so I would tell someone who felt that way, I'm like, listen, honey, you have a voice that's uniquely your own. And you are already anointed to touch people that I can never touch. I could never change their lives. They could never receive me. They'd never even look at me. So you just build yourself to excellence. And you put yourself out there and you will receive the people that you're supposed to have in excellence. Period.
Yeah.
Tell somebody.
I like that. That's good.
Right. I felt the Holy Spirit with that one.
I like that.
I think it's just a matter of letting it be known that I am not your competition. Like I, as every other lady up here has said, I want you to win just as much as I want to win. What I'm doing, I'm in podcasting. Everybody's in podcasting. Y'all all know when the world shut down, a lot of people went to podcasting. And so for that reason, you know, if I'm talking to someone and they feel like, you know, I'm in the way, it's really just a matter of helping them identify, first of all, why are you doing it? Are you doing it to win? Are you doing it to get money? Are you doing it for popularity? What's your purpose? Because your purpose and my purpose are not the same. You know,
Exactly.
You have your own destination, your own path, and so do I. What do you need to get to your destination? What can I give you? Like, what resources can I share with you? And it's just a matter of pouring into them and helping them recognize that the world is not against you. Like, as Dr. Sonia said, you were destined, your purpose, you just have to identify it. Identify it and grow into it. And stop looking at what everybody else has going on as even I would say a lack of motivation. Because if you do that, then you're no longer living for your purpose. You're living for everybody else. And that can only last for so long.
Absolutely.
Yes, you ladies are coming through today, just like I know you guys would. Yes, I knew I chose the right panel for this. Thank you, Miss Shay. Do you have anything you wanna add to that?
Yeah, I was going to say, you know, I learned one of my biggest lessons with competition and being in the same field as others, because like when I had originally opened my location back in 2020, I was actually looking for an entire team of people to do that with. And then when it came down to truly like putting in the time, the effort, the investment, I only like was left with one person. And then that one person, no matter how hard we tried to make the team work, I felt that there was animosity, there was jealousy, there was this weird, you know, oh, well, if I'm here and you're here, how can I be able to be on the same level as you? And it's like, there's no comparison. I always say, like, check your motives. Like check your motives. Like, don't worry about what I'm doing over here. Worry about you. Right. And why are you doing what you're doing? How are you doing what you're doing? What is the basis and the actions that you are taking to get where you need to go? Because what I might be doing may not be the same step you need to be taking. And I feel like it comes down to a lot of us are bred to want to be the best. It's that feeling inside of you to want to be higher than the next person. You just feel it inside of you. But
to be at the top.
I feel like it's more so about putting together, like I like to think of it as putting together my dodgeball team. Okay. I want my dodgeball team to be strong. I want all of the people on my team to have the same vision, the same dreams, the same goals and aspirations that I do, so that we can be a strong unit. If you don't see yourself being on my team, that's fine. There's plenty of other teams out there that you can join. But I think that the problem is that so many people try to do things alone. They don't see that they need help. They need support. They need community. They need a team of people that can not only help them to grow, but also to help them feel as though they have people to lean on. Do you know how nice it is to be able to talk to people that understand you?
Yes.
And there's many days that I come home and I don't talk about anything going on at work, because who's going to understand me here? Nobody. And so it's nice to just have those other women that you can confide in, you can trust, you can lean on. Like they say, not to lean on your own understanding. Okay, sometimes I need to talk
Amen.
something out with somebody else,
That's right.
and I can't do that if you see me as the target, as the enemy,
Absolutely.
because I'm not trying to come against nobody. My goal is to always be a team player.
I love that.
Maybe
That's
even the
me.
team leader, but
Yeah.
I'm never gonna tell you can't be on my team. As long as your
Right.
motives are clear, as long as your motives are pure, you will always have a
Yes.
spot on my team.
Yeah.
That's
Thank
good.
you for saying that, Shay.
That's
Because
good.
it's
For real.
part of what Quiver is, and it's why we hope everything else is monetized throughout my business, except for the sister circles. Because I do believe it's scientifically proven that when we are surrounded by supportive people who understand the vision, who understand the mission, and I'm not just talking about in business, I'm talking about in life.
Mm-hmm.
That's why those sister circles are always free, because at a minimum, we deserve a place to be heard and seen, period. And surround ourselves with people who want to see us win,
Absolutely.
no matter what space in life, right? We're either talking about, in my world, it tends to be pleasure, but it's not just pleasure, because your pleasure is impacted by every aspect of your life. If I
That's
go to
true.
work and I hate my job because my boss is tossing out microaggressions, I'm gonna want my sisterhood to be like, girl, it's tiring out here. If the CEO of this company makes one more comments about the way I wear my hair or how my nails look, how do you do that with nails? How don't you do that with nails? Right?
I mean, like,
Amen. Hello.
You know,
I love it.
there's power in knowing that I've got a sisterhood that says, girl, you ain't got to explain nothing to me. You live your life. That's how you do it with nails.
Yes.
That part. That
So,
part right
Amen.
there.
from all those little aspects of like, we're in the same working space, right? We're in the same industry. At the end of the day, we can all eat because your flavor is different than mine.
That's right.
okay.
Period.
Check out
Period.
the brand new flavor in your ear. Okay. Rest in peace to Craig David. Guys, I just
Craig Mack,
wanna
Craig
say-
Mack, Craig Mack.
Oh, Craig Mack.
Craig Mack.
Craig David is still alive, honey. That's my boo.
Oh, Craig Mack. My apologies. My apologies, Mr. Craig Mack. I apologize for that. Little mix up there. I just want to say thank you to you guys for everything that has been said thus far. You guys are literally hitting everything just like that. So I just want to say thank you to you guys. We'll be wrapping up here shortly, but before I do that, I just want to ask another question, and that's to empower every single person. Now, all of you guys are businesswomen, which is what I love so much. So, what would you guys say to someone who is finally wanting to start that business, but they don't know where to go, they don't know how to start, they don't have the resources to do so? What is you guys' advice? It doesn't matter what you guys do specifically. What is your advice for business people to empower, a young entrepreneur?
Since that's what I do every day as a small business consultant, the first thing I would ask them, why are you starting your business? That is the most important question, because you need to know your why. You need to know why you're doing it, why you would get up every morning and go to bed every night. Being an entrepreneur is not easy. It is not for the faint of heart at all. Entrepreneur into a small business to a business owner, that's a whole process. Some people stay entrepreneurs their whole life. Some people work their way up to small business, and then others become a business owner and have other people running it. You have to know your why and the long term for it. I wish somebody asked me 20 years ago, because it would have been a totally different route that I would have taken. I didn't have any assistance. 20 years ago, they didn't have all the mentorships and online tribes, and they didn't have any of that. And so I would say, ask yourself, what is your why? What is your short and long term goals? And it don't have to be a long list. Just, it could be, I want to leave a legacy. I want to make a difference in the world. I want to do this for a while and then sell it and then go on and start something else. If you know what you want to do and why you want to do it, then you can start planning on how you want to be a success. And people don't understand that. That's very important to know that, because you can be running around like a chicken with their head cut off, but not knowing exactly what you want to do and who you want to do it for and how long you want to do it. Those questions are very important. So that's what I would tell someone before they got started. Know your why and then plan.
Yes.
Plan.
Yes.
Plan. Don't just jump right on in head first. No. You
I
have
love
to
that.
plan. You have to plan
Doc-
because
Dr.
90%
Sonia,
of
can I
it-
truly say, yeah, I'm exactly the person you're speaking about, because I
Oh,
was the chicken with my head cut off, and I
no,
was the person who just jumped right on it.
no.
So you're absolutely correct. You are absolutely correct.
You have to plan. You have to plan, even if it's just 10 things that
Yeah.
you want to do before you get started, or 5 things and lead to the 10. People don't understand that a business is serious business. Taxes,
It's a baby.
filing, keeping up
Mhm.
with your 90% of it is administration.
Mhm.
The
Mhm.
fun part is the 10%. That's the fun part. So yes, know your why and have a plan. Those 2 things is what I tell every single person that I meet that want to start a business. And one last thing, when you start a business, it's not just about you want to get office space and all that other stuff.
Mhm.
Your brand, your personal brand is a business.
Mhm.
If you're a
Absolutely.
podcaster, you're a business. If you're a model, you're a business. If you're a painter, you're a business. If you're a hairstylist, you're a business. Whatever it is that you offer as your service, that's your business.
Mhm.
So you got to know there's a lot revolved around you just doing hair and collecting money. No, ma'am. There's more to that than that. So yes, know your why, make a plan, know your business. Those are the 3
Know
things
your
I would
business.
tell.
Amen.
I think along with that, make sure you love it. A lot of people do things because they think
Mhm.
it's marketable. A lot of people do things because other people think that they should be doing it. And if you don't love it, then on the days when they don't love you back, when them people ain't calling, when they not booking, when it's empty, then you're not gonna be able to hold on
Wow.
to love
That
it.
part.
So you gotta love it, because when they don't love you back, you be like, oh, come on now, baby, give it to me now. What's going on? And it start back loving you. But if you don't love it, when it stop loving you, you're like, all right, I'm done with it.
You better say that for the people that's gonna listen later.
Yes.
Listen, my advice right here is to be Delulu till it's true. I don't care. You ain't gonna tell me nothing. I'm
You
making my
can't tell
money out
me.
here. I'm a millionaire out here. I'm making my bag out here. I know my business out here. You ain't gonna tell me anything. So that's my advice, is that you got to believe in yourself first and foremost. Nobody else is going to be your biggest cheerleader but you. If you don't
Amen.
believe in you, how are you going to
It ain't
expect
gonna
other
work.
people to believe in you? If you're too afraid to go out there, to talk to people, to network, to honestly ask questions, even if it's a dumb question, I'll ask questions
Amen.
all day. I don't care. I'll be like, hey, how did you learn that? How did you do that? How do you know that stuff? And if they don't want to tell me, that's fine. But my approach is to always ask. I'm always ask, because what is the worst thing that somebody could tell you? No.
No.
Okay, cool.
No.
I don't mind a no. Tell me no. I can hear no all day, but there's gonna be that one person who will give me that yes.
Yes.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna be living for that yes all day. So that's my advice. If you want to start a business, like I said, believe it until it's true. Fake it till you make it. I am out
Amen.
here doing all the things at any time, at any place. And even at one moment, I even doubt myself for a second. I tell myself, well, that was fun. All right, get back on the train. Who's gonna pay these bills? Who's gonna run this business? Okay, it's me. And
I like that. She said that was fun.
Yeah, that was fun. I had a 1 second of a lapse, and I'm back. Okay.
Gotta
I
rub
had
some
a
dirt
lapse
on it
and I'm
and keep
back.
going.
And you-
Right. I love that you said, Shay, I'm feeling you today, sis. And drive home the fact about, and I don't think there's enough emphasis in this. How many times have we all heard somebody say, "Oh, girl, start me a business. I got this idea." Well, that's beautiful. Run with that, sis. But the one thing that we don't follow up with is talk to everybody. If
Your
I
network.
how many people I talk to in my target market while building this app on a daily basis, I have spoken to over 1,000 women in a matter of a couple of months.
Wow.
It's that serious, y'all. So to say that you're starting a business, that's great, that's cute, that's fine, but you've got to be willing to do the work. Nobody else is going to do it for you. So when Dr. Sonia said you've got to plan, you've got to know, when I can't tell you how many times my business has evolved in that product line, that product plan has changed, but it's evolved based on being effective in talking to my audience. What do you want? Why do you want it? How do you want it? If you needed a solution, what would that solution look like? Gathering all that information and then putting that on my product roadmap and saying, when I have money, because one thing women we don't do, we're apologetic about it, is talking about money. We have to talk about money, because if we don't talk about money, we're wasting money. So if you don't have this, your original question, Holly, was about if you don't have any money and blah, 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 blah. I'm in a field, I run a tech business, and at the end of the day, I'm a data gathering business, right? And I do that, and my background is in human resources. I am not a traditional tech person, but I run a tech business. And the only reason why that happens is because, to your point, Miss Shay, I asked a million questions. I had a plan, and I continue to ask those millions of questions because I don't want to go to dev and build something into my app that my audience doesn't want. So I'm losing, wasting money. And also, Dr. Sonia made a really good point in terms of she got started 20 years ago. They didn't have all these programs, blah, blah, blah. Look for accelerators. Look for cohorts that help you organize and make your business not just a hobby, but a business.
A business, yes.
You don't charge people things because, and it's not wrong to say this. I want to say this. Whatever your company mission is, that is beautiful. Make sure you hire people that understand it. But what's even more beautiful is understand this is a business. We are not here volunteering. We are here to make money. And I am not ashamed to say it. So that means that I have to talk to my audience. I need to put myself in programs and surround myself with people who can help me grow this idea to a business, because we can do hard things. I saw a meme once and it was like, be like Chad, where Chad says, I don't know what I'm doing, but I can do it.
Yes.
You can do it. You can do it because there's Nike didn't become Nike because they sat on their butts and was like, I'm starting this business and we're going to make some shoes. And then next year I'm going to have a plan and we're going to do this. No, start. Do it. The money will come.
It will.
Brands. You will find the organizations that will invest in you. I'm in access mode right now. Access mode has given me $20,000 to put into my app.
Yeah.
Sister Biz Global Network. If you don't know about Sister Biz, you better find out about Sister Biz, because Ms. Keisha is putting sisters on game. Here's how you organize your business so that you can be not just a little business, but you can start talking about, I want to be an IPO in 5 years, because we don't do things half-assed. We do things big because we can. We can. So continue to ask the questions. Talk to your audience. Save the money by being informed. Get into the organizations. If I don't say this a million times, don't be afraid of venture capitalists. Just know how to play their game.
That part.
Make sure that you get terms that make sense for you so you can invest in your business, so that it's not a hoop dream to say, I will be an IPO in 6 years.
Yeah.
That's not just a white man's game. We're invited to the table. You just got to figure out how to get there.
Yep.
You got to know about it. You got to know about it.
Know about
we don't know about it.
So ask the questions, get in the programs, apply
Absolutely.
for them. Do not be afraid of them. Do
And
not
ask the questions.
ask the questions and talk to your
Absolutely.
audience. Because if you don't, you will be spinning plates and wasting money, and I'm not invested in that.
And also, if you don't know the questions to ask, because that was a problem I had for years, I didn't know the questions to ask. Get a mentor.
Amen.
Get a mentor. That's something I didn't have at the beginning 20 years ago. Over time, I started to ask questions to people who were already doing what, it didn't matter what the business was about, but just in business. And I asked the questions to them, and then they would give me answers to questions I didn't even know to even ask. So sometimes there's going to be times that you don't know what questions to ask. But if you're with a mentor or a sister, entrepreneur, business owner that's like you, they will give you answers to questions you didn't even know to ask, and it'll stick with you, and you'll be able to share with others. So that's that on that, ladies.
I love that.
That also comes down to making sure that the group that you're in. One of my favorite things that I learned from Mark Cuban was that you are as successful as the 5 people around you. So make sure you're surrounding yourself with people, and I'm not saying in the same niche, but people who are business minded, people who are honestly doing better than you. I've always strived to be around people who are doing either where I'm at or above.
Yes, ma'am.
Of course, I will reach back, and if anyone asks me, of course I'm going to answer, but I have to surround myself with people who are doing better, because that's where, like Dr. Sonia says, you're going to get the right questions. It's like a game of Jeopardy. They will throw information out and you won't even know what was the question. I didn't even know what does this go to, and you have to play the game. You have to.
Yep.
I also want to say, for people who are looking to go into business, please understand the difference between judgment and discernment. Because there are some people who will be around you and they will be judgmental.
Yes.
But then there are some people who are around you who are discerning things. And I always look at it as the people who are judging you, they're asking, why would you? The people who are using discernment are saying, why would you not? Know the difference, because sometimes you will have, there are snakes in the grass still. Do understand that there are some, you will start to see, there are some people who do not want to see you up there, who do not want to see you succeed. And that's okay.
Yeah.
That's their life. That's where they are in their journey. But if you are looking to be empowered, if you are looking to be better, set your intentions and make sure that your intentions aren't to harm others. Make sure your intention is to help others, because God only blesses those who bless others. Let's be very clear.
Okay.
And so if you're out to help others, and if that's what your intention is, everything will fall into place. And don't be afraid to run the marathon. Do not be afraid. It takes time. It takes so much time, but that's okay. Experience the journey. Love the journey. You'll look back on it and you'll be like, wow, I really went through that. I really did that. And then you're going to be like, no, but then it also teaches you to appreciate what you have.
Yes.
And the more you appreciate, the more you give to others, the more you give of yourself, the more you will have in return. Always. It always works that way. I'm sorry. That's just the only way I see it.
This is true.
Absolutely.
So I would say, once you have your dream, once you are actually pursuing and you're following through as an entrepreneur, whatever it is that you come up with, you have to protect it by all means necessary. You have to treat it like it's a baby. So if that means some of the people that you used to hang out with, you can't really hang out with like that anymore. That's it. We all got our ratchet
Bye bye
friends.
yo. Bye bye yo.
We all have our ratchet friends, and it doesn't mean you can't be friends with them. It just means that while you're growing, you need to be focused on growing with, like Atira said, with people like-minded. Surround yourself with those who are doing it. And don't be afraid to take a no. When someone tells you no, when someone closes that door, don't take it personally, because it's going to happen. Ask questions. Well, you said no. I understand. I respect it. But what was it that made you say no? So you can take that information and apply it if necessary. Because sometimes people want to say no to you just because.
Right.
Apply it, make your modifications, and then keep it moving. Go to the next.
That's that judgment. Mm-hmm.
Like,
That's
you
true.
have to understand, like, there's so many people out there that don't want you to win. But guess what? There's so many people out there, even more than that, that want you to win.
They do.
Thank
You just
you.
have to find those people. And please understand that it's not always going to be people that you know. So,
Oh,
yes. Oh, I want to start a business. My friends told me, well, guess what? Sometimes you can't guarantee on those same friends to support you.
That told you
Okay.
to start.
That's true.
Right.
That is a
So
fact.
support looks like various things. Support looks like sharing my posts. Support looks like telling a friend, liking it. Matter of fact, don't even like it, love it. It's just one
Love it.
over.
Please love it.
Love it.
Thank you.
Share it.
Right.
Right. You know, encourage me when I'm down, when I'm like, I don't feel like doing it today. Push me, lift me, inspire me just with words. If you keep all of that in mind, then you're going to be golden. That's just all I got. It's your baby. Protect your baby.
It's your baby. Protect your
That's
baby. Absolutely.
I love you.
Thank you so much, ladies. Guys,
Ooh,
today
and I have
has
one
been
last thing.
absolutely. Oh, go ahead.
Sorry. I was going to say, and the one last thing that is the most important is when starting a business, you have to be a risk taker. You have to be a
Yes.
risk taker 100%. 100%. You cannot be afraid of what's
Jump
going
off
to
the
happen
cliff.
if you spend
Can't
that
be
money.
safe. Yeah.
You cannot be
That's true.
afraid, because that's what I've heard so many people say. Oh, I want to start a business, but I don't got no money. Oh, I want to start a business, but I'm working my 9 to 5. How do I have time? Well, the biggest thing is it's about that lifestyle. What do you want? How do you want your life to be? And what are the steps that you want to take to get there? Are you willing to risk those things that make you comfortable to get to that lifestyle that you want to live in? Because I know for a fact that I do. There's definitely a bit of time where I had to take a step back and say, you know what? Yeah, this was fun. I really need a job now. I just need like a quick little 6 months of a paycheck real fast just to get myself back on track. And then I'm gonna start risking that money again. Like it's a constant process. But that's the biggest thing, because so many people are afraid. They just don't want to fail. They don't want to end up where they've invested all this money and then they don't get anything in return. And I like to tell myself, if anything, when that dollar leaves my wallet, it multiplies by 5 on the way back.
Amen.
So I'm never afraid to lose the money. I'm waiting for it to come back to me.
Come on.
One of my favorite quotes from LeBron James is, you have to become comfortable with being uncomfortable. And that's where success lies. Success does not lie in the blooming flower fields of happiness. No, it's in the rubble. It's in the dirt, and you have to dig to get there, because if not, if it was easy, everyone would do it. Everyone would do it. It's not meant to be easy. And that's more so when you get there, you're appreciative of it. You have to be able to take those risks. Now, take calculated risks. Don't just be out here willy-nilly, but
absolutely
take the calculated risk. And don't, like you said, Miss Shay, do not be afraid to stop for a second and be like, hold on. The road is where's the yellow brick road? I don't see it anymore. Let me take a couple steps back so that I can find my place. Because sometimes that's what it takes. And that's okay.
That's the pivot they talk about. You can't be afraid to pivot.
Yeah.
I pivoted so many times in my business over the last 6 years. I have pivoted at least 3 or 4 times. I was like, you know what? This might be a good way. Nope. Let's try this way. Nope. Let's go this way. I'm going to try this over here. And once I got into that good lane where I was like, okay, this is picking up some traction. We're going downhill. Then I start to think about it as like, this is just a train track. Okay. There's going to be an option every couple miles. I can either take this option or this option.
Yeah.
Neither one is wrong, but they're gonna all teach me a lesson.
Absolutely.
I
You
love
can't
That's the biggest
all
part.
your business will die almost immediately. My business started as the pink cookie shop, y'all. It was not Quiver.
Mm.
And if you had told me a year ago that I'd be in app development and releasing a new app at the end of March, I'd have been like, you have to be nimble, you have to be flexible, you have to be agile. In the name of, I think Shay, you said it before, your business is separate. Your business is not your life.
Yeah.
It'll be a large part of your life. It better be a large part of your life if you're real about it. But they're two very separate things. And again, I'm very protective of my brand and the work that I've put into it. But you also have to be smart and able to evolve that. Because again, I can't drive home with the fact that now, if you're not talking to your customers, if you're not finding out what they want out of their mouth, not what you think they want, then you're dead in the water already anyways, right? You have to be able to evolve. That's why I say my product roadmap, if you don't know what it is, please look it up before you start a business. So that would say do that too. But before you, when I start looking down my product roadmap, half of the things that are on there, even a year ago, I'd have been like, why would I care about AI? I care about AI because AI is literally the future. I need to understand what I'm not a tech person, but I need to understand that stack because I'm responsible for it, right? And so again, I have to go back to educate yourself, stay the mile. It's not gonna be easy. It is not going to be easy. I have like all of the emotions in a single day. All of the emotions in one day. I'm hiring a CPO as we speak. Every time I get a new resume that comes through, I'm like, who I pick for this literally owns my product roadmap because I have to go CEO. That's a big amount of trust. But I have to know my business, the industry that I exist in, what I'm capable of, what I need to pass off to someone else, because understand you are not the end all be all. You're not. You will
Absolutely.
never. You will never be. So if you can't be flexible, if you can't hear from other people who are stronger than you, smarter than you, faster than you, more agile than you in a certain space, you might want to listen. That would be the absolute final. And Shay, I'm so glad that you said that in terms of being agile and being able to evolve your business, because if you can't evolve, you're already dead.
Perfect. Well, I want to thank you ladies for today. That's all the time we have for today. Thank you so much for being a part of our first Women's Empowerment Summit. Thank you for all of you guys' feedback. I hope to have you guys back for our next one next year. And as you guys know, this is Morning Mimosas, where we value human life, criminal justice, healing, and education for the Black and minority communities, with a note that we love all people. Amen. Have a wonderful Women's History Month. We'll see you guys next Saturday.
Thank you, ladies.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Holly.
Thank you.
Thank you, Holly.